2-minute warning for Eli. And in a position, obviously, where you just need a field goal to take the lead. John Mara pacing. Giant defense resting.
Wow. We should just have these two teams play all the time.
On Sunday night. The Giants start from the 12. And 25 out of 34. 222 yards. Four-man rush. Eli throwing into traffic on the sideline. And a catch by Manningham. Along the sideline, they're going to spot the ball at the 50-yard line.
This is absolutely brilliant. If he makes this play, let's watch his feet. Clean catch. I think he got him down, and Eli's sprinting to the line of scrimmage.
You think you got him down, or if you're Bill Belichick, you almost have to have it reviewed.
The previous play, the completed catch versus incomplete, we'll review the play.
Right.
And remember, there is no force out, so you have to make the catch cleanly and get both feet down in bounds.
Contact doesn't matter at all. Even if you're contacted out of bounds, it used to be that was a force out. Those rules are gone. Does he have possession? And does he keep both feet in bounds? Is the question.
Possession of the ball all the way to the ground as far as I saw it.
There's possession.
1 foot down, 2 feet down.
Looks like he has it.
Let's see. Almost have to stop it as this catch is made because the first foot is the key one. Both feet off the ground. The catch, 1 foot, 2 feet.
Right. When does he get possession? He has possession. There it is. They're showing the crowd the same thing that you're seeing. And, of course, every Giant fan is exulting. But Belichick was almost forced into a situation. And there's Bill right in front of it. Before you can get the call from upstairs, it's so close, you're almost compelled to challenge that play. He loses the challenge and costs him a timeout. There he is, bird's eye view.
I'll tell you, the remarkable part of that play was that he maintained control of the ball, or at least every angle I could see. Let's look at Eli. Does he look off the safety? He looks down the middle of the field and comes late. Complete control. What a catch. In that situation, it's not quite David Tyree, but that is pretty close. That is everything you have to ask from a wide receiver. He's going to take the hit, make the catch cleanly, get 2 feet down, maintain control all the way to the ground. Simply remarkable. For the next 50 years, you'll be watching highlights of that catch if the New York Giants come back and win this thing.
That is the longest play of the game. It's 38 yards. And you talked before, Chris, about Manningham not giving Manning enough room skirting that sideline. He was out of bounds on the previous play on the other side. This time able to give him enough on the inside.
Now those 2 plays are different because on this one they had the rolled up coverage, so he had to go to the outside because they had other routes going down the middle. So he did it exactly right that time.
Here's Parry.
After reviewing the play's been confirmed as called. Clear possession. Team timeout. We'll start the game clock on the snap.
Game clock starts on a snap. It was an out-of-bounds play within the final 5 minutes of regulation. And there is, speaking of David Tyree, you probably don't recognize him without the helmet and the Velcro, but there he is on the Giants sideline. The ball is at the 50. Clock starts on the snap. 3:39 left in regulation. One-man rush. Manning to the outside, and that pass is incomplete. Intended for Manningham. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Boy, they had another opportunity. Got the back shoulder throw. It's wide open, and it just is completely mistimed. I don't know if Manningham didn't see it the same way that Eli did, but just completely mistimed on the play.
Second and 10. Manningham, that's a first down, Manningham. And he'll get taken down by Moore. And the ball is inside the 35-yard 5-yard line, so they're already within field goal range 4 times.
Well, Manningham gets the deep throw, so now Sterling Moore is going to give him a little extra space. Manningham comes back, and now the game changes, Al. Now you pay attention to the clock, because what you don't want to do is turn the ball back over to Tom Brady with too much of an opportunity to go the other way.
Especially if you only get a field goal, which lets them get a field goal. If you get a touchdown, then you make New England get a touchdown.
And now the pressure might come.
Pass to the outside. Here's Manningham. And Manningham will not be able to travel very far. They'll spot the ball on the 32-yard line.
You can ask Scott Norwood. A field goal from here is no cinch, believe me.
Tell me.
That was a good read, though, by Eli Manning. The Patriots came up and showed blitz, and he just took the hot read to the outside, was probably hoping for a little better than that. Now the Patriots, you have to play a little bit more high risk here because you got to try and knock them out.
2nd down and 8. Manning chewing up the clock, already in field goal range. Here comes the blitz. He gets it away. It is caught by Nixon. He takes the ball to the 18-yard line, and that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Great read by Eli, throwing right behind the blitz. That was brilliant.
Here he goes again. Big finish ahead in Super Bowl 46. New England by 2.
They call it history. I close my...
2 minutes left. New England on defense, 2 timeouts. Giants have 1. They want to milk the clock as much as they can. Now the ball at the 18, already in field goal range. And Manning will keep it on the ground. Will give it to Bradshaw. And that's a big play on 1st down. It's going to set up a 2nd and short. And they really put New England in a box right now where New England might want to use their timeouts on defense. But when you get down to a 2nd down and 3, can you do it here?
And Al, this is one of those weird situations that if your running back breaks out, you may actually tell him fall down on the 1-yard line so you can run out the entirety of the clock, kick a field goal late. Tough decision, tough to say, but it is a strategy.
Another huge play here on 2nd down and 3. Manning getting the clock all the way down. And that appeared to be tipped. It winds up in the arms of Nix, and Nix will get the 1st down. He's out of bounds. That stops the clock, right? And now New England will be compelled to use its timeouts, but it's already 1st down and goal.
But that is going to give the Patriots a chance here because it does preserve the timeout. I thought he was going to have the 1st down regardless. Should have fought for his life to stay in bounds on that one.
But the Giants are going to get to use, if nothing else, if they don't get into the end zone for the field goal attempt, almost 40 seconds, and that's because of the challenge that cost New England a timeout, and they're left with only 2. Ball is at the 7-yard line on 1st down. Here's Bradshaw. Stopped at the 6, and they have to take a timeout here. The Patriots do. They can take another one, and then remember, that's when you can run the clock down again before you run the field goal unit out there, and at the end of the day, you're left with maybe 20 or so seconds for Tom Brady. Manningham, boy, has he come through in the 4th quarter.
Was simply sensational. Had every element of a tough catch that you could possibly have. You've got Moore pounding on his shoulder, Chung coming over for a big hit. Got to get the 2 feet down, and you have to maintain control throughout the entirety of that catch. Absolutely brilliant. And Eli Manning, what else can you say about this guy? Every time he gets in one of these 4th quarter situations, he is incredible. Beginning of the season, was asked, do you think that you're in Tom Brady's class? He said yes, and didn't back off of that comment.
It was sort of innocuous. He was just answering a question. He is the coolest guy in the room right now. 2nd and goal. And Bradshaw, he wanted to stop. He wanted to stop, and he gets into the end zone. That's exactly what New England was doing. They were letting him go into the end zone. And such a big hole, he's trying to fall down at the 1 yard line, but at least he gets into the end zone.